We started by removing the covers and cleaning the roof with sufficient degreasing detergent using the forthcoming tools, and we'll show you those in just a minute. Now, if there was any loose or fragmented roof coatings, we simply removed it. Now, we already performed a final rinse and let the roof dry completely, but we're going to wait just a few more minutes to ensure that it's absolutely bone dry. Now, today in sunny Southern California, the temperature should range between the mid-80s and the mid-90s, which will suit our needs quite perfectly.
The original vent cover was damaged, so we obtained a new universal vent cover. Here we are cleaning the air conditioning covers in order for them to bear similitude to the epicness of the EPDM. We certainly do not want to spoil it with dirty air conditioning covers. As you will see, this product is so easy to work with, even the young, Luke Davis the actor, and young at heart, can do an excellent job producing excellent results. These are the tools we use to scrub the RV's roof: a handheld and long-handled scrub brush, and a 5-gallon bucket with soap and water.
Okay, we will now show you the tools that we will use throughout this process. Now, we already showed you the brush and scrub brush we used to prepare the roof, actually in cleaning it. We will now use the long handle and attach it to a paint roller. Today we are using a roller with a medium nap. You can certainly use a shorter nap or a longer nap. That's really up to you. We prefer a medium nap. Now, the longer handle that we're going to be using will certainly allow us to stand up throughout the entire application process. Before we roll it, we will want to spread it out as evenly as possible, and for that we will use this medium duty squeegee, which we purchased at a local Home Depot. And we also have black gloves. Now, these are semi-industrial. We're using 9mm nitro gloves today. We will most likely use 6 to 10 pairs. Now, they're very inexpensive, but will prove to be very valuable in the end. We also have a smaller squeegee that might be necessary for smaller areas. Now, for applying material around the tape periphery, we have several paint brushes. We have a 2-inch, a 3-inch, and a 4-inch brush. Probably more than necessary, but we just want to be prepared. Once you start, you want to go continuously until completed. We also have a mini roller, again for those tighter areas around all the units on the roof. Now, this is blue painter's tape to tape around the periphery, and of course this will allow us to get a clean and very presentable edge. Here's a small hand brush just in case any leaves or debris should get on any part of the roof that has not yet been coated. We have a cordless drill with Phillips head, which we used again to remove the covers, and will of course use to replace them after the roof coating is completely dry. We have an extension cord and a power drill to mix the coating in. Mix we can use to bring the coating to the roof. This way we can bring a smaller and more easily manageable amount of product to apply around the edge and around all the mechanical units and vents on the roof. Okay, we are now using the blue painter's tape. Luke and I are very carefully taping around the periphery of the entire roof. Now, while this is not necessary, we do want an overlapping and a very clean cut edge. We're placing the tape an inch or so below the original outlined edge so that the seal will be perfect. And you can see the back portion where we have done it as well. Well, as you can see, we are almost done with the taping. Just a few feet left and all the taping will be completed. Now at that time, we will start to apply the EPDM coating with the hand brushes. We will brush it on starting at the tape and going up about 5 or 6 inches. Then we will go on top and paint around the base of the AC units and the vents. Now the liquid EPDM, once dried and cured, will become literally one solid, almost impenetrable sheet. This is one more reason why EPDM coating is the best RV coating that you can get at any price. Okay, I wanted to go on top of the roof and show you somewhat of a bird's eye view of the taping. Now actually it's pretty straightforward. And for what it's worth, I used 2 to 3, sometimes 4-foot sections of tape and made sure I overlapped each piece by at least a few inches. Now, this will make it a lot easier and a lot less messy when removing the tape, hopefully to reveal a perfect edge. This really didn't take that long, but trust me, it's well worth it. Now we're going to go ahead and take one last look at the roof before we start the main coating. Coating, as you can see, applies quite easily. And these are not expensive, high-dollar painter's brushes. They're just your basic Home Depot, run-of-the-mill paintbrush. That made no sense. It's a bit easier for me to use just the roller. It actually allows me a little more maneuverability with only a few feet to stand on and not having to put the squeegee down, or in this case hand it off to Luke. I also wanted to note that we are at the absolute end of the recommended working time for the product. Still applies with absolute ease. All right, it has been 14 hours since we completed the EPDM coating application and actually stepped down the ladder. And looking at this roof, I have to say, this roof looks great. Luke, what do you think?
Oh, I agree. It does look great. Not much longer and we can walk on it.
And because we're outside and in the midst of a lot of trees, we see that a few leaves and bugs have decided to make this roof their permanent home, but after it completely dries, they can be very simply removed.
Okay, we moved the RV back to the storage facility, and it has been 3 days since we completed the application. We have reinstalled all the AC unit and vent covers, and I have to say, this roof looks spectacular.
You know, and I want to say that this process went a whole lot smoother than we originally anticipated. All attributed not to our skills, but definitely to the quality of this absolutely amazing product.